Shawn Newman Jr. is joining the Aztecs from Louisiana Tech, and last season, one stat in particular stood above the rest.
Just he was third in the country in assists, and then if you looked at his season's assists last year, he would have beat Tony Gwynn's record, who is still the all-time assist leader. So hopefully he's able to come here and put up those kind of numbers with us, where he's making life easier on our returning players.
Shawn, what's it like to be back in Southern California?
It's great. It's wonderful only being 2 hours away from home, and then my family's, able to come to every home game. And just being back on the West Coast, it's nothing like it, so I'm blessed to be back.
What has this experience been like, from junior college to Ruston, Louisiana, with Louisiana Tech, to get to San Diego State? How do you describe this college journey that you've been on?
It's been great. I always think back to myself, like, you can't compare your journey to anyone else's. Everybody goes on their separate journey. And for me, it's just taught me just to continue working no matter what the present looks like, because you don't know where you'll end up.
When you think about the evolution of your game or your growth, where have you seen the growth at each step of the way, high school to junior college? What allowed you then to take advantage of the next opportunity at Louisiana Tech and now here at San Diego State? How have you grown year in and year out?
I think just experience is a great teacher, and each year I feel like that there's something I'm always getting better at, whether that's getting stronger, getting more explosive, and just knowing the game at a higher level. There's always something I'm always working on, and this year it's, shooting off the bounce, catch and shoot threes, things like that, and just continue. I've always been a pass-first guy, so something that really comes natural, but each year there's always something I am getting better at.
How do you describe your overall game in general? Pass first guard, what else would you add to that as a player?
I would really just say a playmaker. I'm a guy that does whatever it takes to win, whether that's passing or scoring, just being a great teammate, whatever it is, I'm willing to do for a win.
When you had a game last year with 20 assists, I mean, that's an unbelievable total. What are your memories from that game?
All of my teammates' shots were going in.
Have you had a game like that at any level, high school, junior college?
Nah, not 20. The most I probably got last year was 12, but yeah, 20 was unreal.
What is it like in terms of being pass first? How important are these relationships that you're developing on court? Like, you have a whole new set of teammates. Mm-hmm. How does your relationship with your teammates impact your ability to be that assist guy that you've been?
I think the assists just come natural, but for me, being a point guard, it's extremely important to build a relationship with your guys and, knowing who they are off the court as well as on the court. It plays a big role into how we'll be as a team.
What's the competition like? I mean, this is such a deep team. It's unbelievable. And then you look at all the guards on this roster as well. How does that get the best out of you when you're going up against that level of competition?
It's great. Like, you're always going to get better no matter who you're guarding. You're going to guard B.J. Davis. You're going to get reps on Taj DeGorville. Then you got Miles Bird. It's so many guys that, you're playing against during practice that's preparing you for what's to come. So it's great.
So what made this the right fit? 2 years in Ruston with Louisiana Tech. You have all kinds of individual and team success, multiple 20-win seasons. What made San Diego State the right fit for you right now?
For me, I wanted to go somewhere to where I can continue to elevate my game and win at the same time, while also being around great players and even better coaches. So it fit, like, it was perfect,
Is the J.D. Luster line accurate where he said, have you ever driven a Lamborghini?
Yeah, that was, I remember my first call with San Diego State was with Coach Luster. And that was the first thing he told me. I said, hello. And he was like, have you ever driven a Lamborghini before?
And he was talking about the weapons around you.
Definitely.
Because you could be the key to this whole thing for San Diego State. When you look at these weapons, and I know it's only summertime, and this team is still coming together, so to speak, what do you think about all of the players that surround you, all of the scoring ability that's out there on the floor?
Man, we have such a deep team, and it's kind of crazy to think about. I'm just super excited to be a part of this team. All the guys we have, it's a blessing.
What does it take beyond just yourself? What does it take from a buy-in perspective to make sure a team is capable of winning at a high level?
I think showing up with the right attitude and the right effort every day, that takes a team a long way. You know, all the little things are what really matter in the end. So if we just, you know, come every day to practice with the right mindset of getting to work, no matter how hard it may be, I think we'll end up in the right place.
What's an underrated part of your game? Everyone always talks about your passing, right? Your assist totals, 20 assists in a game. But what's a part of your game that you've grown that people don't talk as much about?
I think my defense is pretty well. Just being able to stay in front of guys and my athleticism and speed I have. If I'm placed in the right positions and just learning the new defense that I'm getting used to now, I think I'll be able to be a good weapon.
When you think about this depth, have you been on a team at any level where you have this many players that are capable of impacting a team?
Not this many. I've been on some really talented teams, but as far, like, we could go so deep into our bench and whoever that may be, I think it's the deepest team I've ever been on.
What is it going to mean to have this type of support? Again, you haven't played in the game yet at Viejas Arena, but you know it's routinely sold out. It's one of the best environments in the country, certainly on the West Coast. What will that level of support bring out in you?
I think it'll bring my best. Knowing how much basketball means to the city, and I just want to, you know, put forth my best foot. So it's going to bring everything out of me.
Who are the mentors or role models for you in this journey from a young player through high school to junior college to now? Who played those instrumental roles for you to get you to this point?
I'll really say my dad. My dad did everything for me. When there was nobody believing me, he always believed. And when I was young as a kid, I always think about how I'll play outside with my friends around the neighborhood. But my dad was always telling me, let's go work out. And he just instilled a work ethic in me that has just continued to push me forward to where I am today.
What is it about this culture? I know you're new to this program, but everyone talks about San Diego State's culture. How would you describe it in your brief time here with this coaching staff and with these players? How do you describe San Diego State's basketball culture?
You can tell it's really a brotherhood. On my visit here, I saw Lamont Butler, and you just see all of the guys coming back and, you know, working out and hanging out in the area. So you could really tell how it's a brotherhood.
Shawn, appreciate you, man. Best of luck.